Well, good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're having a great day. I've just come on this afternoon just to talk about the lack of transfer activity at Newcastle United. Or rather, not outgoings, certainly there's been plenty of them, but the lack of incomings about the sporting director, Paul Mitchell, the owners in general, and of course this PSR bullshit which is about at the minute. Which is basically keeping Newcastle United on a leash. But before I go into that, guys, once again, welcome to my channel. It's great to have you with me. If you want to subscribe to get instant access to any new videos, press the subscribe button there, guys. It's completely free, just at the bottom of the screen. If you want to leave a comment on this video, any of the others on my channel, then please do. It's completely free, as I said before. And even if you just want to pop on and say hello, it'd be great to hear from you. But give me your thoughts on the situation at Newcastle United, on match reports, anything. All the videos are there. Leave a comment on which one you want, and I do promise to get back to all of you. And if you want to like this video, please give us a like if you like it. If you don't like it, give us a dislike, guys. I don't give a either way, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's up to you. Okay, so I've come on today just to talk about Newcastle's lack of incomings in the transfer window, because PSR has got Newcastle United by the bollocks. They really have. And it really just shows that the footballing world and PSR is against Newcastle United. When you see Manchester City going out in this transfer window spending over £200 million on players. This is a club who has 115 charges, which I believe they will get off with every single one, because it's corrupt to the core. They're allowed to do that, but we're not allowed to spend money that we've already made. You know, over the last two transfer windows, we've made a profit of £58.8 million, and we can't touch any of that. You know, we're not allowed to spend that because of PSR rules. You know, they're saying that we've got to look after every club. We've got to look after the smaller clubs. That's why Newcastle aren't allowed to spend. But hey, Manchester City are doing it. Chelsea are doing it. Arsenal are doing it. Liverpool are doing it. But we're not allowed. No, Newcastle United aren't allowed, because you've got to obey the rules. You've got to keep within the guidelines. You know, what I would do if I was Newcastle United's owners, to be quite honest, I would go to this footballing body, the Premier League, PSR guys, and I would say, do you know what? I would even go to FIFA and say, look, how much would we be fined if we went and paid massive amounts for players? If we went out and spend on players, how much would we be fined? And let's just say they came back and say, oh, you'd be fined £100 million and docked 10 points. Do you know what I would do? I would say, okay, there's a check. There you are, £100 million, fine, dock us 10 points. Now can we spend? Now can we go out and spend some serious money on players? Now can we transform the club? That's what I would be doing. Yes, it might make Newcastle United's owners look a bit shit in terms of, the footballing world. But at least then they could say, well, hold on a minute, we've paid a fine, we've been docked 10 points, but we can go out now and spend millions upon millions on players. We can compete with the big wigs at the top there, the big guys, Manchester City, Liverpool, Arsenal, whoever. Do you know, it really grinds my gears that we've got all this money, the owners have got all this money, and yet they're tethered. They are not allowed to spend this money. Why? I'll tell you, they're saying it's down to fair play and financial fair play and all this sort of stuff. But that's utter nonsense as far as Marty the Mad Magpie is concerned, because it doesn't include Manchester City, it doesn't include Liverpool, it doesn't include Arsenal, it doesn't include Chelsea, and it doesn't include Manchester United, who, by the way, are over £300 million in debt. It doesn't include them. They can go out and spend what they want, but we can't. But the truth is, guys, it's not about fairness. It's not about financial fair play. It's not about protecting the smaller clubs. No, what it is that the big so-called Big Six And the rest of the footballing world out there, they are terrified. There you are, I have said it. They are terrified that Newcastle United are going to go out there, they're going to spend millions and millions and millions, and they're going to take over. Oh, we can't have that. We can't have Newcastle United coming in. It's doing what a Man City and what Chelsea have done down the years, and Man United and Arsenal, Liverpool. No, we can't have them doing that. No. I mean, take a look over the pond there in Spain. Look at Real Madrid and Barcelona. Up to the bloody eyeballs in debt. Up to there in debt. Barcelona. Real Madrid are up to here. You know, their eyes barely poking through the sand. Do you know what I mean? Of debt. And yet they're allowed to extend the Bernabeu. You know, they're allowed to bring in top-class players. Barcelona rebuilding the Nou Camp. These are clubs in debt. They're allowed to do that. You know, I mean, Newcastle owners, I mean, what if they said, right, but they'll say in Spain, these clubs are owned by the fans, right? So what if Newcastle United's owner, what if Albuquerque said, right, I tell you what, I'm no longer the head of PSR, I'm just a fan. I'm going to put all this money here, because I've got all this money, I'm going to put my money in, you know, whatever he's worth. And Jamie Rubin says the same. Okay, let's ditch the title. Let's just put our own money in. You know, will it be different then? No, because these guys have got a lot of money. It's Newcastle United, guys. That's what it is. It's Newcastle United. It's a vendetta against Newcastle United. And people will say, Marty, you're whinging. You're whining about it. Oh, am I? But the only people who are saying you're whinging and whining about it are fans of the big five. I'm not going to say Tottenham because they're shit. But I'm going to say Liverpool, Arsenal, Manchester United, Chelsea. They are fans of them clubs who are saying this, oh, Newcastle are whinging again. Yeah. But Manchester City, if they were put in this untenable position, they would be squealing as well. But it's all right, because they've been allowed to spend for many years. Oh, they've put that up 115 charges. That is a smoke screen as far as I can see, guys. That is just nonsense. It's like the footballing world is saying, oh, we're going to get City on all these charges. They're not. Because Manchester City are now a global brand. You know, they're not going to take them down. They're not going to demote them through the leagues and fine them all this cash. No, they're not going to do that to Man City. Why? Because money talks. That's why. Because Manchester City haven't just been greasing the palms of agents and clubs so they could get players through the door. They've been greasing the hands of FIFA and UEFA and the Premier League and everyone concerned with it as well. Money talks and bullshit walks, guys. That's the way it is. Newcastle United are trying to do things by the book and then saying, can we spend money now? No. Why? Because you can't. Until we say, until you've made so much money, you are not allowed to spend. You know, but they turn around and say, well, Manchester City and Chelsea and Arsenal, they've generated more revenue because of shirt sales and stadium sponsors and all that sort of stuff. They've generated all that sort of stuff. But they're allowed to do that. They're allowed to say, oh, we can do this, we can do that, because we have the power to go for that, because the revenue is there. It's important. They've generated all that revenue. Well, what's to stop Newcastle United? What's to stop Newcastle United going out there and plastering the stadium, plastering St James's Park with Saudi sponsorship, with Salah all over the stadium, with Saudi Airways, Air Saudia, all them big companies from Saudi Arabia? What's to stop us going out there and plastering that all over St James's Park? There you go. People are going to look at that. That's sponsorship. That's revenue. Can we do it now? Can we spend money? No. Because Newcastle United aren't allowed to do that. Because they've tethered them. They've put them on a leash. And it really has got to me. And as for that clown, Paul Mitchell, he's been brought in as a sporting director after Dan Ashworth went to Man United and he ended up getting a sack, didn't he? Yeah, but Paul Mitchell is a useless idiot. He is not going to the Newcastle owners and saying, look, we need to get this sorted out. Can we have some loan players in? He's not going to clubs and saying, oh, I like the look of that player. Can we have him on loan? Can we have him for this price? No. He reckons he's tethered. Is he hell? He's just shit at his job, and that's all about it. So I think Newcastle United's owners, he need to think about what to do here. Try and sue the Premier League. Try and, well, whatever they need to do. Either just pay an upfront fine, accept a points deduction, which isn't ideal, but then you can just say, well, I tell you what, we can spend. Rant over, guys. Newcastle United are tethered, and it's the footballing world against Newcastle United playing corruption on the footballing body's part. Marty the Mad Magpie signing off, guys. Don't forget to subscribe if you want instant access to me videos. Rant over. Thank you for watching. All the best to you. Bye-bye for now.